Hi there, wig lover. This is Heather from Sister Wigs, and hi all you sleever gals and whatnot out there. This, by the way, is India by Renee of Paris in Melted Ocean. I'm wearing a really cute sort of bandeau bathing suit for this video because I have to demonstrate some of the things that I experienced at a plastic surgeon. So I wanted to kind of tell you about how this consultation went because it's frankly kind of hilarious. So just so you know, a lot of people don't really know me, even though I try to present as authentic as a presentation here on this channel as I can. I'm the sort of person where I'm like a really straight talker, get right to the point, and there's actually not a whole lot of ego in the room. So you guys know that when I tell this story, because it does have some kind of moments in it where, for other people it might be kind of touchy or sensitive. For me, I just thought it was really goofy and funny. And I even told my mom, I was like, I'm not embarrassed by this story, so you go ahead and tell people, but make sure you make it funny. Do not tell this story like it's a Greek tragedy. And that was the only stipulation I told my mom. So I've been going to various plastic surgeons for consultations. I can get a realistic expectation of pricing and recovery time and all that stuff. And I'm always the sort of person that likes second, third, fourth, fifth opinions before I pay for this kind of stuff. Just because it's elective surgery, I feel like I have to do the legwork here. So anyhow, in case you're wondering what I'm getting on about, bingo wings, I need a tummy tuck, and a whole bunch of other things, because I'm a bit like a deflated balloon at the moment. I'm having the magical deflated girl, so I want to get that taken care of so I can go from having arms to, skinny Heather is a skinny girl now kind of arms. It's part of the process. But anyhow, I went to one plastic surgeon who had zero bedside manner. He was based out of Atlanta, and the first thing I did, honestly, I did get Botox right here because I get migraines and headaches, and I kept hearing that Botox helps with that, and I spent a lot of time staring at a screen. So far, so good, and minimal scrunchability of the eyebrow. So I'm all about the Botox at this point, even though it's a little pricey. We'll see how that experiment goes. But as far as the more invasive, permanent sort of things, he did not have much of a bedside manner. He did tell me, I'm gonna have to require quite a bit of downtime away from a keyboard to recover from this. And the thigh lift, I probably shouldn't get the thigh lift and the tummy tuck at the same time as the arms, because that's gonna make life really awkward when you go to stand up. Apparently they put you in a brace that's like this for when you get your arms done, so I don't know how I'm supposed to wipe and stuff, just ew. So that's all stuff I learned. And then here's the funny part, okay? He starts, I did not go in there asking about a boob job, because to me, like, that's something that's gonna be like the cherry on top of the cake later on if I have the money for it. But there are more essential things that I'd like to get handled first, like the bingo wings. These, if you can't tell, really bother me. And they make it hard to wear clothing in the correct size because stuff that fits me up here does not fit all this extra skin on my arms. Real ex-fat girl problems, for real. He starts talking about my boobs. He hands me 2 different breast implants, and he has me sort of jiggle them around while he talks to me. And it was fun, it was kind of like really big stress balls. I was like, I was completely like a child about it. I was like, oh, look at squishy booby titties. I was, real goofy about it. And then he starts kind of nudging me, and I'm being real gentle by saying nudging me, and telling me that I need to get a boob job because I've gone from like a B cup to an A cup. And, there's like, that's why I'm wearing this bathing suit in this video, because there's nothing there. This is not a padded cup in here. So there's like nothing in the boobs anymore. They're a little saggy and draggy. Makes you think of, a Choice Dolly Parton quote about bagging and sagging and dragging. Kind of got that going on. Luckily, I always had smaller boobs to begin with because of Peak House, I guess, luckily. So they're actually pretty perky for being as small as they are, but they did go down by about 2 inches. He starts grabbing my boobs because he's a plastic surgeon, that's what they do. My husband was in the room, so it wasn't like weird, though it was totally weird. He grabbed, and I'm gonna keep grabbing my boobs because that's what he did. He kept playing with my boob like this. And I was like, what are you getting on about, man? And he was like, come on, you've gotta let me do something with these. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, in my profession, we call these Snoopy Dog ears. We have to do something about these sad little flat beanbag sacks. I have Snoopy Dog ear boobs, everybody! over his face with laughter, but I had to go like, poker face, you know? He doesn't need to know that I find this completely absurd. But someday I need to create a sitcom so I can put this in a sketch in that sitcom, because he literally spent 20 minutes telling me about how sad and flat and droopy my tiny little itty bitty titties are. And I was like, what? I didn't even come in here for this. So needless to say, I will not be going back to this particular surgeon. And if nothing else, even if you guys don't find this as absurdly funny as I do, hopefully it's a cautionary tale. Do your homework and don't be afraid to get second, third, fourth, fifth opinions, because a lot of these doctors have kind of like a God complex and no bedside manner, and they feel like it's totally appropriate to like do this and say, you have sad little Snoopy Dog boobs, when you didn't even go. I do not feel bad about my boobs. I don't. They're not a high priority. I'm married already, for crying out loud, and my husband is fine with my boobs the way they are. And in fact, he's even told me that he finds the anchor scars that come with the boob lift kind of distracting. So that's one big thing against getting a boob job, because the whole point for me is that mine are droopy now, Snoopy Dog ear droopy, because I've lost so much weight that they're kind of deflated. You know, they're kind of sunk down here now, as opposed to up here where they were. So, you know, I would need a lift, and that requires scars. Anytime you get skin removed or you get something lifted, there are going to be scars. And my scars are slow to heal. My skin is very pale, so I'm going to end up with bright red scars on my boobs. Unless it's something that I really feel compelled to do, like let's say I have a midlife crisis or something, like I need a hot rod and boobies. Maybe, you know, who knows? But right now I'm not in that place, and I just found it comically weird AF that this guy, who was easily in his 60s, was telling me that I need to get my boobs done, when that was not something that I actually had any interest in at the time. So, true story, completely happened like a month ago, and I could not wait to share it with you. So hopefully you guys got a kick out of it, if nothing else. And even if it wasn't funny, maybe it was a cautionary tale. So thanks for watching, and I hope to have more gastric sleeve updates for you in the future. Thanks everybody, bye-bye.